All right, we're back with the 1990 Jeep Wrangler, and this time we're looking at the lighting. The driver's side headlight appears to be slightly dimmer than the passenger side headlight. Now, this could just be because the bulb might be older than the other bulb, but we will do some voltage drop tests just to be sure that our connections are good and everything is okay. Let's also just walk around the vehicle and confirm that all the other lights work. So we see our parking lights are functioning as well as our headlights. Our side marker light on the passenger side is working. Our passenger side tail light is working. Oh, look at that. Our driver's side tail light is not. So we will address that as well. That could just be a bulb being out, or it could be more part of the problem. We will take care of that and see. And though damaged, and a new lens will be necessary, the driver's side marker light is working, the side light. So the lights do light up. That one is slightly dim, but it might not be a big deal. But we did notice that we have the tail light out. So let's go get the meter and let's just do a voltage drop test across that, and that'll tell us, do we have unwanted resistance, or is everything going where it needs to be? Okay, I just want to cover something real quick here. Living in the world of reality, we don't always have access to wiring diagrams. All data especially is kind of iffy with that, as we use at school. So, try to get an angle here for a shot. Here we go. One of the tricks we can use is, with the light still on, and I have my test light grounded, see who has power and who doesn't. Now, I am on low beam, so one of these is high beam, one of these is low beam, one of these is ground. This is my low beam power. Now, I'm not sure which is ground and which is power for the high beam, so what I'm going to do is, of course, put the high beams on. Okay, now the high beams are on. Let's see what we got. And on the white wire, we have power. On the green wires, which means it shares probably with the other side's headlight as well, we do not, and no power there. So, okay, so we know the white is high beam, the green is a low beam, and what appears to be a black wire is ground, which is good information. Also, we'll note that on the high beam side, the high beam looks to be almost as bright. It might still be slightly dimmer. To me, it kind of looks a little dimmer. So, I'm going to go back to the low beam and hook up the meter, and now we'll do a voltage drop test across it. Okay, we are back on low beam, and I have my old friend, the Fluke meter, set for DC voltage. By the way, not a commercial, but buy a Fluke meter. These are awesome meters. They have a lot of functions, and as time goes on and I shoot some more of these videos, I will probably demonstrate more of them. Plus, of course, in class, where you guys should be. Anyway, so let's go in. I'm going to put my common, remember, there is no positive, there is no negative, put my common to the ground side of the circuit. Sorry, drifting out here. So that is in the ground side of the circuit. And I'm going to put my positive to the green wires. Let's see what I'm getting. All right, I'm getting a reading of 11.56 volts, which could be good. Let's see what we got at the battery, because remember, we're not going to get full battery voltage at this light. But actually, if we think the ground side has unwanted resistance, one of the tricks we could do is, simply, I've put the I put the probe onto my ground side, and now I'm going to go to a good ground. And see if I get a voltage drop. And it did not look like I am. Okay. So let's go over to the battery. And let's see what juice the battery has in it, because that will answer a bit more of what's going on here. All right, our battery has 12.14 volts in it, so it's got a good charge on it. And we were getting 1156 at the headlight on the driver's side. So remember, we could lose a volt through the circuit just due to switches and other components. Let's take a look at the passenger side, since the passenger side is right there. So let's just swing by with the meter there as well and do the same test. We know the colors of the wires, we know what it is we're looking for here. So all we need to do is gently insert. You notice there's only one wire going in there, and we're getting 1147. All right, so we're getting the same voltage basically at each bulb, which means we do not have an unwanted voltage drop in the circuit. What this is telling us is that the bulb itself might just be at fault here, because the voltage levels match side to side, yet the one bulb is slightly dimmer than the other. So I do not believe we have an extra draw there. However, I am going to go and change that rear taillight bulb and see if that fixes the situation as well, and see if we have a better lighting experience.